What's up, everyone, and welcome to HBCU 101, where we celebrate the stories, the people, the traditions that make historically black colleges and universities a force in education, culture, and legacy. I'm your host, the HBCU captain himself, Jalil Thurman. Today's guest is one of the most recognizable voices and personalities in comedy, sports, and entertainment. He's a proud graduate of the illustrious Winston-Salem State University, hosting on 102 Jams, creating the legendary freestyle funny comedy show with Chico Bean, Darren Brand, and Drinking, and discovering that his purpose was to entertain the people. Welcome to HBCU 101. His career has been nothing short of remarkable. He's graced the stage on Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out, kept millions laughing with stand-up and improv, and established himself as a premier radio and podcast host with his hit series IDKMYDE. He's shining light on the overlooked stories of black history and culture, mixing humor and education in the only way that he can. But that's not all. All right? You've heard his voice as the in-arena host for UNC basketball, the CIAA tournament, and now he's also rocking the mic as the official PA announcer for the Florida A&M University Rattlers, all right? Bringing that same HBCU energy to one of the biggest stages in black college sports. He's a comedian, actor, radio personality, cultural educator, and HBCU ambassador, all rolled in one. Please give a warm welcome to the big bro, the big dog. Big Daht.
Appreciate that, my boy. That was all right right there.
Yeah.
Man. I'm all those things. I was all right. I was like, oh, look at me.
Hey,
That's
go.
that's what we do it for, man. Like to have a nice lengthy intro when
Yeah.
somebody's talking about you.
Yeah,
like,
man.
And just continue to stack those things. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here at HBCU 101.
Hey, listen, the pleasure all mine, big dog. But look, before we get to that, I gotta put you on a hot seat right quick. We play a game called I Got Five on it. Where
Okay.
you choose this or that, or who or what you got five on.
Okay.
So we're gonna go comedy, right?
Okay.
We're gonna go standoff battle. Who you got? I'm gonna keep it in the home team with you. Who you put your five on? Darren Brown or Chico?
That's tough.
On a roasting battle,
On a roaster,
you going five on?
I'm going Bean, no question.
Bean.
Bean is relentless, man, and that's not really Big Baby style. Big Baby is more of a humor and don't want you to feel bad type joint. Bean, if he get in that type space, man, he gonna destroy you. Like Bean is definitely the one where he just cooks and cooks and cooks, no doubt. Five on Bean.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Now, let's talk homecomings. Let's talk yards.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, the tape.
Oh, it came off. My bad.
You gotta make sure you look good.
Yeah, hold me down, gang. I'll try to keep that there as much as possible.
Okay. Are we good? All right. Now let's talk yards, all right? Now we're gonna keep it North Carolina.
Okay.
Now listen, I done been to both homecomings, so you know where I'm going with this.
I do.
Who you putting five on? G-Ho
Yeah.
or Central? Because you've been able to experience them in a different kind of way, I am sure.
Now, what's crazy is, to be completely transparent, I've never experienced Central's homecoming.
Really?
Like the bowl and all that, I've never got a chance to experience that. I have not, man. I said this year I was going to, and they got curfew and all of that. You know, I'm usually working, so like our homecomings, they conflict a lot of times, and then like I don't really know anybody at Central like that. Double J I know, and Coach Moten and stuff, but people that can really guide me around. So I ain't, bro, like, because you know, in them type spaces, bro, we kind of spoiled in that space. Like we can't be general admission. Like, you got to daggone, what a VIP line.
Yeah.
Like, I need to know exactly. If I come to V-State, trust and believe, Jalil, I need to know where I need to. You dig what I'm saying? So, like, if I don't have that type of access, I'm really not going to be there. But G-Ho, like, I grew up in Greensboro.
Right.
I'm from Greensboro. I grew up in Cumberland Courts, which is right up the street from A&T. So the parade went through my neighborhood every single year.
Yeah.
Like, there really is nothing to me that tops the atmosphere, the economic impact, just what it does for the city of Greensboro, like G-Ho does, man. It's way bigger than just an A&T homecoming. You dig what I'm saying? It's like, it really vitalizes the city.
Yeah. Nah. I respect it. I respect it. See, I had an opportunity to go to both last year.
So where you put your 5 on? Where you put your 5 on? See, I always love an unbiased. See, you're not even you from Chicago by way of V-State. Like, you don't know nothing about that North Carolina battle of the Aggie-Eagle rivalry.
It's different. I'm going to go A&T.
Why?
And because I didn't stay for the bowl. So I can't really, that might have topped it off for me, but I'm at A&T, I'm access with Fred, Uche. Yes. It's a different kind of access. Now Central though, shout out to Johnny Jones.
Okay.
That's my brother. Showed me a lot of love, make sure I was kosher, but I had to leave right before the bowl. And I think the bowl would have gave me a true comparison.
Absolutely.
Cause G-Ho was crazy. I ain't get a chance to.
No, you can't.
Yeah,
that's not fair.
You can't leave before the bowl.
The bowl is what makes
that's
you
what makes
want
it.
to, yeah,
that's what makes
point.
it. Yeah.
That's the selling point. Like being a part of that and Double J rocking and you got thousands and thousands all going crazy.
Yeah.
Like that joint just looks so lit.
Yeah.
What's y'all's customs at V-State? Like y'all got like a bowl area or do y'all be in the yard afterwards?
So that's the thing. So our culture is a little different. So like the yard is cool. Everybody go behind Foster. Foster is our student union. Okay. But right behind it is like just a big grass.
Okay.
So the bros tailgate in the back. We got a couple other orgs that tailgate, but ain't nothing like our tailgate. I don't care what nobody says.
Of course.
And then some people be on they plots and stuff. But over the years, we started to do a party right after the yard. We call it the kickback. So, because a lot of times when you on the yard, right, you might then have to change, go to Richmond or go somewhere in Petersburg. I was like, nah, let's create an experience where you can stay just like this, because that might have been what you wore on Saturday.
Yeah.
And you don't got to change, just come on.
Yeah.
And we got hookah.
Yeah.
It's at the Petersburg train station, so we got hookah, we got our own bar, we got line security. I threw all the parties at homecoming, so that was just so that became a staple when just you can leave, and then Friday we got the day party. I'm putting our day party versus anybody.
Really?
Anybody. I don't care who school, FAMU, Howard, all the big Spell House. Ooh. I'm calling y'all, I'm telling you right. Norfolk State, Hampton got the same homecoming as us this week, and I'm telling you right now, I'm putting our day party on anybody. I'm putting 10 on it. Forget 5.
What's y'all's date?
October 25th. Ooh, so October 24th, that Friday, the Civic Day Party. I'm telling you this right now. We ain't losing. Undefeated.
To that point, at the CIAA tournament, I hear y'all have a day party. The something of Troy or something like that. Like
the Legends of Troy.
Legends of Troy Day.
Yes, sir.
Like I've never been, but like this year I'm going because I keep hearing about it.
Come
like,
on now.
And that's
the same people that throw that. The same people that throw that is the same people that throw homecoming.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah.
No, I definitely want to experience that. I've heard great things about it.
Hey, you come to V-State, you hit me.
No, say less.
You ain't got to worry about nothing.
Say less.
Yeah, red carpet treatment.
Yeah, say less.
And
say
I got you.
Say less. Hold me down.
Hey, easy.
Hold me down.
Come on now.
Yes, sir.
All right, now look, let's talk HBCUs.
Okay.
Now, in most cases, HBCUs, you hear people say they save us. They gave us an opportunity when most don't. Now, coming out of high school now, I'm a little shaky. C student, average GPA, okay. You know, you care more about getting kicked out of class and going to ISS, because for you, making people laugh meant more than you than getting an A on the test. Now, you also had little troubles with the law by the time, 16, so life was a little spicy. And you grew up in Greensboro, as you said earlier. And you attended, Grimsley High School, A&T right there. But you're a Ram. Mm-hmm. How and why Winston-Salem State?
First of all, you definitely do your homework.
Appreciate you.
Respect to you. Respect to the platform.
Appreciate you.
But again, like I just said, I grew up right down the street from A&T. Mm-hmm. So, and I wasn't traditional in the idea that I went straight from high school to college. Mm-hmm. When I graduated high school, I had a full ride in the Art Academy of Cincinnati.
Okay.
Like, drawing was my thing. Like I loved drawing. And, won Scholastic Gold Keys for drawing. Like I thought I was going to be like a graphic designer type joint. But I didn't want to go to Cincinnati. My mom was recently divorced, was dating type situation. So I was the oldest, 2 siblings. I felt it was my responsibility to still stay at the crib type joint. And to be quite honest, I was scared.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was scared to go to Cincinnati. Like my comfort zone was right there in Greensboro. So I went to GTCC, flunked out of GTCC. And then I was just running the streets being ridiculous with my peers. And about 3 years later, my mom gave me the ultimatum. She said, this fall, you have to get out of my house.
Yeah.
You got to go to college, or you got to get a job and get your own place. And being a 19, 20-year-old, very immature young man, like you said, I was a felon at 16 years old, a C student. I was like, yo, like, I don't want to get the responsibility of a job and all that. I'm going to go to college, you know what I'm saying? Like, and shoot, I know they can feed me and house me for 4 years, my bro. Like, I can still live for free. Like, I'm straight. I'm going to do that. And I didn't want to go to A&T because it was right there, and Winston-Salem State accepted me. Yeah. That's the reality. Winston-Salem State accepted me. I had to pay some student loans. I wasn't really educated on that, but they said they give me some Pell Grants and this and that, and make it up in this type of money with loans, and you can go to school. So my parents dropped me off, and you're damn right. We all have that same perspective. Winston-Salem State literally saved my life. Yeah. Like, I had no clue what I was going to do before I went to Winston-Salem State. I was really just there to freeload for 4 years. That was my goal, Jaleel. I was like, I'll figure it out in 4 years, bro. And it turned into a trajectory of greatness, man, due to some of the people I met and the decisions that I made there. And I made some stupid decisions there. I remember one time being at Walmart with a pocket full of money, Jaleel, and went in there and took a phone clip, ripped it out of the package, put the clip on my pocket, put my phone on the clip, and walked around the store. When I got to the front, they said, excuse me, can you come to this office? And I thought it was like a fan or somebody at the time, because I was hosting stuff at the time. I'm like, yeah, what's that? And when I walk into this room, the package that I ripped open is on the table, a police officer is right here, and I go to jail for a larceny charge. You dig? Like, so I wasn't at school even making the best decisions, but like, I was just in the right spaces, and God just blessed that, dog.
Wow. That's crazy. You know, what I love most about HBCUs is that no one's road 2-1 through 1, and when you get to the other side, it's different. Like, everybody got a different road, how they get there, what their experience is like, and what life like is after college. And I love yours because even though you kept hitting roadblocks, you kept getting challenges, you eventually you figured it out. You was like, all right, I'm gonna get it together. I'm gonna get it together. And earlier you just mentioned about just the 4 years, that time there was amazing. A lot of the connections on the positive side. I mean, you know, for me, I was SGA. You know, I was vice president. You know, eventually president, and I had grew a love for Virginia State. Like, they grew naturally for me. Now, while you were on campus, you know, you had the juice. You was hosting everything from is it the Mosaic modeling show?
Bro, they used to get so naked at rehearsals and stuff. Jay, I'm sorry. Like, I'm gonna keep it very professional, but I just gotta give you the reels. First of all, when I got to Winston-Salem State, it was 36 females to every one male. Yeah. 36 to 1. Mm-hmm. Like women everywhere. So like, as a 19, 20-year-old, I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is like heaven. Like, why would I ever leave here? And all of the most beautiful of the beautiful chicks was in this modeling troupe called Mosaic. Yeah. And I auditioned for Mosaic, and they liked my personality. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 20. I turned 21 my fall semester. So I'm the one making the liquor store runs and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the cool dude. You dig? So I already got a bit of status. You dig? So like, by the time I got to Mosaic, they brought me in not because I'm this model, but because he got personality, he's got a little bit of a following. Let's see what he does. And I really enjoyed Mosaic when I went out there, I did my thing, and the crowd was very receptive. And I like being in front of my peers and entertaining, but I don't want to model though. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was like, will y'all let me host? You know what I'm saying? Like, and there was this chick named Kanita, and Kanita, Upchurch was like, she was the cheerleading captain, she was the queen of Mosaic, like, she was just top tier. But she was hosting, and she was like, yeah, I'll let you co-host with me the spring semester. And I was like, bet. So I co-hosted with her the spring semester, and she was so impressed because after every scene, I did a wardrobe change. So I'm hosting, but like, soon as we go off and they doing the scene, I'm wardrobe change that mirrors the next scene. Yeah. And it was like, wow, like, we like how the attention to detail and the creativity and that type. They're like, we're gonna let you host the fall show by yourself. Yeah. And that really started me hosting shows on campus at Winston-Salem State.
Hey man, it's all he said. Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie to you,
bro.
Hey.
The Mosaic parties used to be off the chain. If you ask anybody about the Mosaic parties in the early 2000s, that's where you wanted to be.
Come on, the 99 and the 2000s.
Juvenile.
Come on now.
Juvie.
And you went from that to talent shows. Yeah. The PA announcer for both football and the band. Yeah. And then you was just on campus naturally. I mean, for real, you was really Mr. Winston-Salem State in my mind. Yeah. Now, what made Winston so special to you?
They really just let me play. Like it's funny that I wish Tolly was here because Tolly was a very integral part of my growth at Winston-Salem State. Like he was my radio production professor, and I was at a time in my life when I took Tolly's class where like I was hosting everything. I might have been on the radio then. I was PA for the football games and like you stated, basketball games, just all of that stuff. So I would wear shades in class. Like I would wear shades everywhere. Like sitting in class with shades on, just in some. And then people were like, why do you have shades on? And I was like, well, when your future this bright, you got to keep, you know what I'm saying, you got to wear shades. You know, like, and Tolly was the only one that'd be like, take them shades off of my class, dog. And I would be so mad at him, like, dude, why is you acting like this? Like, you're the only professor that's giving me any slack about my daggone shades, dog. Like, and we joke about it now, but he was letting me know, like, in real life, you're not gonna be able to do that, stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're enabling you. Yeah. They're not helping you. They're doing more of a hindrance to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you need that type of tough love, man. I remember skipping my African American Studies course with my brother Slim. And we was in his room skipping, smoking weed. And the class we were skipping, the professor, his name was Logie Meacham.
Okay.
And while we in there smoking, we got a towel under the door, we got the fan out, make sure it's taking all the weed smoke out. Very ignorant. It doesn't work. It does not work. That does not work. They still smell the weed. There's a knock at the door, and we like, yo, who is it? And it's Meacham. Mm-hmm. And we open the door, and he comes in, and he sits down, and we asked him, like, how did you even know where we were? And he was like, I told the class, if they would tell me where y'all were, I would let them leave class early. And they told me where I could find y'all. And he basically sat there in that moment and told us how we were blowing it. How's people counting on us? And you got all these hours in a day to smoke weed, and you take my class to skip where you're gonna mess up your grades, fail, get kicked out, end up having to, like, why are you doing this? And like that moment, we never missed another one of his classes, but he really became a mentor to me. And he's gone now, rest his soul, but he was like one of those professors that, and everybody has a Meacham story. He was that professor on campus that everybody knows, and he's a folk teller. He was an orator. He was very, very skilled in musicianry. He played the guitar, the banjo, the bongos. Like he was that dude. And I really appreciate stuff like that. So it's those type things that made Winston-Salem State special to me. And did you not hear me? I said it was 36-1, Jaleel. That made it very special, okay? When it's 36 women to every man, like you got 36 women and one man. Then you got 36 more women and one man. Then 36 more women and one. That's all, that makes it special. That makes it very, very special.
Hey, you stupid.
That makes it special, Jack.
That definitely is, I mean, that's kind of across the board at HBCUs.
Bro, y'all got the woo-woos.
Come on now. You know
bro, y'all got the woo-woos.
Come on, we had the woo-woos.
Stop playing.
You know we had
like,
the
y'all
woo-woos.
legendary. I see the woo-woos and I turn into a toddler.
Come on now.
It's
funny you mentioned the woo-woos. So before I got to college, I was in high school, of course, right? I'm talking to the dean of students. I'm like, I'm going to Virginia State. They gave me academic scholarship. That's where I'm going. Cool. Well, no, it's cool. They gave me the most money. I'm gone. I don't care.
Right.
He played basketball. He said, oh, you going to Virginia State? I said, yeah. He said, oh, boy, you better watch out for the woo-woos. I said, the who? He said, the woo-woos. Right. He said, man, I used to be at the free throw line, and the woo-woos would come. I ended up missing the shot.
On purpose.
On purpose. So I get to Virginia State. Last thing you know, I hear woo-woo. I said, oh.
Yeah.
Those the woo-woos.
Can you woo-woo-woo? That's what I say when I see him. Can you woo-woo-woo?
Hey, look, shout out to the woo-woos, man. Shout out to the home team.
Nah, facts.
You know what it
listen,
is.
Now, no cap, now Powerhouse.
I was about to say, now I heard Powerhouse don't play.
We do not play. And
Powerhouse
don't
play.
When it comes to that stomp and shake, we low-key the standard.
Yeah, definitely the standard.
Nah, I ain't even gonna cap.
Nah. I done talked to some woo-woos. I done talked to some rah-rahs at Union. They said, nah. When it comes to that stomp and that shake,
absolutely.
Powerhouse is where it's at now.
Big shout out to Siobhan Estrada. Big shout out to that whole movement. Big shout out to just Cheerfire as a whole. But they definitely put it down. Powerhouse and put a brand on it.
Come on now. Now look, we didn't talk meaningful experiences. We talked the women, right?
36-1.
Come on now, 36-1. Mm-hmm. Now I want to talk memorable moment though. Like what's a memorable? I mean, you be from PA to football, basketball, hosting talent shows. The mosaic, like all these, but what's one memorable or what's one homecoming that you look back on and was like, oh yeah, that was the one?
As an undergrad, it's different. The most memorable homecoming for me is the one that goes viral every so many months when Chris Paul brought that alumni game to Winston-Salem State.
Okay.
That was in 2010.
Okay.
So 2010 is the lockout season in the NBA. And Chris hits me one day and he's like, yo, Daht, like, we thinking about bringing because all the players was traveling around the country playing in different gyms, playing pickup games. He's like, we're thinking about bringing it to Winston. And I'm like, bet, like that's gonna be lit. I'm just thinking he's gonna take it to Wake Forest where he went.
Yeah.
He's like, we're thinking about bringing it to Winston-Salem State and we want you to do the PA. And I'm like, bro, stop playing. Like you bringing Brian and D Wade and all them boys to Winston-Salem State for a pickup game and I can do the PA.
Yeah.
And like that homecoming was so memorable because again, like that's when we was Maynard. That's heyday.
Yeah.
That's when we was big dog. That's when we run in the CIAA. We compete nationally for championships. And so we stomped whoever at homecoming. Then I leave from homecoming doing PA for the football game, hop in a golf cart with the police detail over to the gym. Get over there, it's packed from the floor to the ceiling, from the wall to the wall, from the windows to the wall, Lil John. And then all the boys come in, Carmelo come in, Bron come in, Rudy Gay, John Wall, Steph Curry, JR, all of them just, and I'm just sitting here like, man, it's about to go down. The walls were sweat. Like it was just insane. And then it's an after party with all of them at Zig, like that homecoming, and I had already graduated, but when I think of homecoming, like just the standard, nothing tops that.
And first and foremost,
nothing tops that.
Let's start at the beginning of this story. My man said, yeah, Chris Paul called me. Let's run that back one more time. Chris Paul called me and was like, yo, Daht.
And actually, that was Cap. Let me for clarity, that was Cap.
Okay.
That was Cap. CJ called me, who was CP's brother.
Okay.
CJ called me. However,
regardless.
Yeah, but that's all family though.
Family called you though.
Yeah, that's family.
Regardless.
Yeah,
Chris, Cliff, CJ, Winston, and 3. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it was. They called you.
No, facts.
And was like, hey, and I think that's dope. And that's what I love about the HBCU culture.
Yeah.
Is that it's still the culture.
Yeah.
Regardless, right?
Yeah.
Now you talk 2010, you talk homecoming. I want to take you back to fall 04. All right. Now I was in 7th grade then.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to figure out how not to go to the band class because my mama was trying to do that. I was trying to try out for the basketball team. They was trying to make me go.
Band?
You know, but I did both. Don't worry about it. Not too much. No, I was trying to accomplish some dreams, right? But that's where you landed your internship at 102 Jams.
Correct.
They needed an intern, and you just needed credits to graduate. So you say, hey, I'm gonna just jump right in. And you wasn't just your typical intern though. You was on your grind where you was not only soaking up game, but learning the business and doing everything that you needed. Walk us through that internship and why that was like what really kind of set the stage for everything that came next.
When I go back and talk to students at Winston-Salem State, the most important thing I try to tell them, and any students when I go and talk to them, is make sure you intern early.
Yes.
Like, don't wait till your senior year to intern, man.
That's the
like,
greatest advice.
Bro, it's so disappointing when I go talk to cats and they say, yeah, I'm about to intern this year, I'm a senior. Because if you don't like it, then what?
That was me.
That was you?
That was me.
I'm glad it worked out for you.
Amen.
And guess what? That was me.
Yeah.
I'm glad it worked out for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I wish that I would have taken the opportunity early as a sophomore to travel and intern in different spaces and different mediums and see exactly how to, you know what I mean? Because you realize that you're successful in this because you know how to work all the parts.
Yeah.
But you had to learn all those parts. If you would have been learning those parts while you were in school as an internship under the umbrella, that university umbrella they protected us with, you could have got here a little faster. You did. So that's what I try to instill in them when I go and speak to them, because yes, I was very fortunate that I got an internship at 102, and it was like right there it was supposed to be my senior year. I didn't graduate till 2006, but it was supposed to be my last year there. But going there and being humble in the space of, yes, I'm big dog on campus. I host all the events, everybody knows me, but when I get over here, when I go in here, I am at the bottom of the totem pole. I'm going to get breakfast at 5:30 in the morning. Like, I missed something on the order, I gotta go back to McDonald's and pick up jelly and being able to humble myself to do that really catapulted me for everything else. Because unless you can do that, unless you can prove that you're worth it for free, they'll never give you a fee.
That's true.
You dig what I'm saying? Like, you have to show your worth in a free space, and the best way to do that is when you're in school. You dig what I'm saying? Like, and it's so many people that don't really understand that because we haven't honestly been taught that. And so they try to do it like we were talking earlier. They try to do it the way that they're taught.
Yes.
Go to high school, graduate. Go to college, graduate. Oh, you didn't get a job yet? Go get your master's and get more debt, even if it takes that. Like whatever it takes, because that paperwork is what you need. But we both know that paperwork is not what you need.
Nah.
In some spaces, it's very necessary. I want to make sure my doctor has all the qualifications.
For sure.
But if you want to do entertainment and stuff like that, if that's what your path is, media and that, like, the experience weighs a lot more than any type of paperwork you can ever show.
Yeah, nah, it's different. And you know, it's crazy because to your point, my senior year, that is when I got my internship, because it was a part of graduation. But I wish that schools would even say, hey, get an internship now. Like, make it almost a part of like freshman year, sophomore year, not your senior year to credit to graduate. That's the reason why any of us get one.
100%.
But to your point, you get it, you get through it, and that's fine. But then it's like, when it's over with, it's like, you just did it just to graduate. You didn't do it to learn for real. Like, you just trying to make sure you graduate on time or whenever your time come. And yeah, man, because my internship was at a TV station. And you know, and it was things I didn't learn in class that I'm like, man, if I would have known that I needed these skills, I would have been taking the last 2 years a little bit more serious in certain areas, rather than it's second semester, senior year.
Right.
Hey, at this point, I got to get how I live.
That part.
Because I got to graduate. You know, I'm SGA president. I'm giving speech at graduation. Bob's and them coming down. I can't play with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I wish I would have took time.
Yes.
And that's definitely one of those for real.
Yeah.
Now, you doing PA for football. You doing PA for basketball. You hosting all the events. Comedian on 102 Jams in the morning. You still a student. I mean, even for the band, your man's hit you and told you, want you to do the halftime. So that's how you any and everywhere.
If there's a microphone, I want it.
That's where you at. Now, how did you create like a work-life balance? And how hard, and walk us through like that hard work and dedication that you knew that you needed in order to be successful.
I think so many of us learn that by trial and error of going to a HBCU.
Yeah.
Like partying on Thursday night and still you mismanage, so you got an 8 a.m. on Friday, but so you still got to make that joint. Like those types of life experiences, like getting kicked off campus for whatever reason and having to get your own place and coming home and the lights ain't on and having to navigate which bill is the most important and the hierarchy in that space. Like all of those type things you learn, whether it's good or bad, I feel like you learn it in that environment. And like even now when I'm able to, like I just got off the road to come drive down here to be a part of this. I'm very thankful to be a part of this. And as soon as we're done, I'm right back to Charlotte. You dig what I'm saying? Like that road runner mentality, I feel like we learned that at HBCU. You dig whether, and it might be in college. I don't know. I didn't go to a PWI.
Yeah.
So all of my experiences are HBCU.
Grind.
You dig what I'm saying? And that's what honed those skills. You dig? Like I remember us driving down to Miami for spring break, like 12, 14 hours. You dig what I'm saying? Taking shifts. We in a 2-door Mustang, my boy. Because we had to get there. You dig? You got to make a way. 4 deep in a 2-door Mustang from North Carolina, Winston-Salem to Miami. We did that. And I don't even remember driving. I think I was in the back the whole time. Yes, sir. Me and my brother sitting back there crisscross applesauce with the legs. Absolutely.
Had to.
You got to make it work, man. So like, navigating that, and I'm fortunate in the space that my work is pleasurable.
Yes.
You dig what I'm saying? Like I'm hosting parties, I'm doing PA, and I'm working, but this is stuff that I would be doing for free.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? This is stuff that I enjoy doing. You dig? So like it really wasn't that difficult trying to balance a work and personal life type of work because the work is so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best part. When it's fun. Because then it's like, okay, 5 a.m. I'll get up at 5. Oh, we got to stay late. Oh, okay.
Right.
It's just fun at that point.
It's not FedEx.
It ain't.
You got to be up at 5 for FedEx. You get upset about that
you
because you
definitely
realize that this doesn't benefit you any way other than a paycheck.
Yeah.
But the work we do benefits us in so many different perspectives.
It's purpose over paycheck.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? That's the part that I don't think people really understand when it comes to entertainment, right? Like, yeah, the money, you want that, but it's about feeling like you're in your purpose, walking in your purpose, doing your purpose. And then that gives you the joy that you need to get up every day. I think anybody, when they find a purpose, their whole life is just different. Now,
Absolutely.
Let's switch gears a little bit, right? And, you know, because you didn't have a purpose in radio, you done had a purpose in comedy. You know, you done had a couple different PA. You got a couple different purposes.
I wear a bunch of hats like Cam Newton.
Come on now. Yeah. Now, your manager back in the day once told you if you want to get on TV, you need to do comedy for real. Mm-hmm. Now you took that advice. You hit High Point, North Carolina, and you bombed because you weren't prepared. Now, a lot of people could have quit after that, but instead you doubled down and you created Freestyle Funny Comedy Show with the big bros, the OGs, Darren Brand, Drinking, Chico Bean, and a few others. Now, y'all started hitting the road, going to different HBCUs, 90-minute improv, stand-up, mixing it up. What was it like for you building those memories with your brothers and creating something that was such a staple for the HBCU culture?
It's really nothing comparable in a professional setting that I've experienced. Like even, you know, like things that I was able to do professionally, like a Wild 'N Out and being able to be in the mix of those type, like it didn't compare to the camaraderie that I shared in that space because we literally are brothers.
Yeah.
Like we know each other's children. Like we knew each other before we had children.
Yeah.
We knew each other before any money or fame or any of that. When we were just
Brothers.
6, 7 black dudes, HBCU products trying to figure it out. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. And through those trials and tribulations, you form a brotherhood and you form something very special. You dig? Also understanding that we were representing HBCUs on a platform that isn't really represented. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like there are comedians that talk about they went to HBCU, but the four of us with the type of show that we provided, that 90-minute improv and stand-up, it's never been anything of its kind and it hasn't been anything of its kind since. And just knowing that we were the standard in that space and knowing that we could go to any HBCU and relate because we are products of that. Yeah. You dig? Like there are a bunch of comedians that will tell you, I don't do HBCUs. They can't go to FAMU. They can't go to Winston-Salem State. They can't go to V-State. They can't go to A&T. They can't because they can't relate to what those students are going through. The four of us, the five of us, we can relate. We were all in those auditoriums at these comedy shows. We were all, you dig what I'm saying? So I don't even know if it's been announced yet, but Bean and I will be hosting or doing the comedy show for Winston-Salem State's homecoming this year. Wow. And so like we're excited about that because you know that's the crib.
That's home.
You dig what I'm saying? Like we get to come home and we get to entertain our crib, our peers from years back. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a dope feeling and just being able to be back in that space together and we got some surprises lined up in that space. But Freestyle Funny, and that's why I still wear it all the time. People are always, what's that? FFCS. It's Freestyle Funny Comedy Show. You know what I mean? You can look up that hashtag, Freestyle Funny Comedy Show. We got some things that we're in conversations about, but it was just a brotherhood, man. It was a very, very special brotherhood. And the reality is our goal was to just get TV. Like we were very ignorant. Like we just want to get on TV, and we really delivered on that promise. You know, everybody got their space on television in their own rights, and you know, we were successful in that. So, you know.
What was one of the favorite memories? One of the favorite stops? You know, you traveling up and down, probably visiting new HBCUs, being in campuses you've never been. What was like one of them? Like, oh yeah, hey, we had a time. Like one that you might not even realize that you would have had a good time at.
All right, so first, when you say memorable, I can't help but think about, because we didn't just get to see people see the highlights and see us at HBCUs, but you know as well as I do, that road up is not all glitz and grime dog. Like you do some, and we did Anne Arundel College.
Okay.
Anne Arundel is not an HBCU, so we went to this spot called NACA. And NACA is where people go, and you're probably familiar with SGA, where you go and you pick what talent you want for your school for that school year. So we would go to NACA, we would take FFCS to NACA and get a lot of bookings at colleges. HBCUs knew us because A&T and Winston-Salem State were the first ones to ever really book us. So when they would be in spots, we'd be like, yo, tell them other HBCUs. And so Central would come through and, you know, Alcorn and that type. So that's how we would get on that type of tour. But we did this spot called Anne Arundel College, dog, and I think it's like a community college. And it was like, the show was at like 2:00 in the afternoon, and it's like up in like in that Maryland area, bro. We was in that cafeteria, and I'm talking about it was nerds in front of us playing Dungeons and Dragons on the little game board, dude. I'm talking about we are here, and we still got to try to do our show, Because the check been cut, you know what I'm saying?
It been cut now.
And we need these 90 minutes. Like, y'all is here to entertain for 90 minutes. And we laugh about that now so much because we went through some stripes and some scars to really hone and really create the show that we really created. But I think one of my most memorable shows was honestly at Prairie View. It was my first time and last time actually at Prairie View. And, you know, the show was filled with a lot of music, a lot of improv games and dances and stuff like that. And I told the DJ, just drop something that'll make the crowd go crazy. And we liked doing that when we went to different schools because, you know,
every school got different music.
Bruh, like when I'm at FAM, like all that Florida music is so crazy. Like I just be engulfed, like, yo, they are wilding. So like, we love doing that. And he dropped something. And when he dropped it, we were in their gym. And when he dropped it, every student came rushing out of the freaking stands onto the floor, and they was just all line dancing to this song for like 15, 20 minutes straight, to the point where we basically had to call the show type joint. Like, it was like, we was having so much fun with them learning the dances and them doing the dances that the comedy portion, we couldn't even get the rails back on it. But it was like, that's what made our show so fun and different and vivacious, because it was crowd interactive. Like, we're not just standing on stage for 30 minutes each telling jokes. Like, no, we're playing games and we're using the projectors and we're using common colloquialisms, and it was just dope. It was dope.
I mean, it was improv.
It was improv, dog. Like, no two shows were ever the same.
And that's what made it so unique. And that's what made y'all talent so unique. And I think that's what makes comedy and comedians, like, you gotta be able to like adapt to any environment. Whether people sleepy, whether it's early, late, middle of the day. You got one job to do.
One job.
And you better do it.
And it's different when they pay for it.
Come on now.
Like, 'cause there's a bunch of folks that think they funny. But when you get on stage with that microphone and you ain't got no barbershops to them assist with you, like, you got to really do your thing. Like, it's different, but it's so rewarding too.
And you started building your confidence up now. Cause you was on tour with the family.
Right.
So you like, all right,
Anywhere
cool.
we go, what's
Anywhere
up?
you go,
we starting 5, what's up?
Right.
It ain't a foursome out there. And we say that respectfully. Like, there isn't a foursome out there that can see the 4 of us. Me, Brand, Drink, Bean, like, it's not a foursome out there that can see us. Like, with the 90-minute show we do, again, because it's got improv games, but in between we do you know, individual sets, you know what I'm saying? Like, and merge that all. There isn't a platform. It
sounds like y'all need to bring that back, but we ain't gonna go on. That might be in the work, and I don't know what's in the kitchen. What's
We'll
now.
see what's cooking.
We'll see what's cooking. Now, you know what I'm saying? But I will say this. That confidence got you, feeling good, feeling great. You know, big dog back again in the space. Now, you would have thought, being unprepared one time, you would have got it. Being unprepared 2 times, you would have got it. You know, now somebody put their name on the line for you and for the family to bring MTV, Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out to Charlotte, North Carolina. And they weren't even coming over little North Carolina. They was going New York, Atlanta. That's all they was doing for these stops.
What have you been looking at?
Hey, listen, I'm just saying.
What have you been looking at?
Shout out to Winston-Salem State University Ram, Miss Dolly Bishop, for making the call. She was Nick's assistant at the time. Made sure that they stopped in Charlotte to see you and Chico and all people, because she trying to put her people on because she know. And you get up in there, typical B-Dot, unprepared, thought he had it in the bag. And bombed. Chico, on the other hand, did what Chico do best. Lock that in. Bag secured. Right? Now, that experience in itself eventually ended up paying off because Chico got on, and the one thing about HBCUs is relationships. Chico said, hey, Doc, you got this. This is what we do. You go to LA. This time you prepared. Dolly probably ain't even in the room this time. She like, I did that last time. He got to figure this out on his own. But nonetheless, you get on. What did that experience teach you? That grit, that perseverance that you needed to like really like put yourself on?
Man, you hear those stories, but to live it is another level of just pride that you have in yourself, for real. Because the embarrassment and the shame that I had, and it's interesting because my daughter just tried out for cheerleading this year. And I was just telling you, she in the 8th grade, she big dog on campus. She said this is her senior year of middle school.
Right.
And she tried out for cheerleading first time, never cheered before, nothing. Was doing a little stuff, little chants and stuff over the summer, and she got cut. and she called me and she was crying and she was super sad, and I actually referenced the Wild 'N Out audition because it was like you weren't prepared. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now we're about to see if you really want it. You dig what I'm saying? Because if you really want it, now you're about to prepare yourself because you already know what to go through. Your friends are already told you, think like you did good for it to be your first time. Like, try out again in December. I promise you'll do better. You know, like, so it's interesting that sometimes I look at a lot of the mistakes I made because those have helped me in raising my children.
Okay.
You did, because they commit similar mistakes or they go through similar trials and tribulations. So I have a reference point. It's more than just me saying, well, people don't make it sometimes, baby girl. Just try harder next time. No, I was unprepared. I was embarrassed. I called your mama, talked to her. I called her crying the whole way from Charlotte while Bean is driving happy as hell talking to his folks because he just killed it.
Right.
And like, but not trying to be too happy because I'm his man, but I just killed it though. And I'm over, I did my best, but I didn't do my best. And it's just like, so, but like going back to LA and sleeping on couches out there waiting to hear back to see if I made the first cut because I didn't have a flight back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was determined to make the show. I remember I saw Nick and he was like, oh, you back? And I'm like, yeah, I'm back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to do this. And my bro told me that he knows that I can do this. You dig what I'm saying? Like, and I see him doing it that season. Like, I know I can do this. And it was a blessing, dog. Like, but it showed me again, like, it's funny that you say that. Typical Daht, unprepared once again. Like, Daht, tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot go into any, low key, even while I hit you on the way up here, like, bro, any copy points, any top, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I never want to be in a position where I'm unprepared. And it's nothing worse. If I give you everything I got and I don't get picked, I can live with that. It's very difficult to live with, you know, that you didn't do your best because you weren't prepared. You took plays off. That's difficult to live with. Bro.
Now, that's a real, though. I mean, I think when you really can give it your all, it's like, I at least gave them all.
Right. Y'all just went with something else.
That's just what it was.
Okay.
You at least you put your best foot forward. And I think that's a part of, like, they give you peace. It piss you off when you know you could have been better, could have did better, could have prepared better. All these could have been better, right? Now, let's talk more about Wild 'N Out. I think because when I look back on it and when I reflect, watching it myself, right, and I don't know how surreal that is for you. To at least see reoccurring faces, you, Chico, Big Baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, on Wild 'N Out, knowing that the reason that y'all group were formed was because you was unprepared and you could have quit. But you said, nah, we're gonna run this back, but I'm gonna do it with family. And to see family on the same stage, on the tizzle to millions, have you ever reflected on that? Like, have you ever really taken that in? And if so, like, what are the thoughts and the moments, the chills that you might feel in knowing that because you didn't give up and you put y'all together, y'all honed y'all skills and y'all got tight, this is where it ended up ultimately one of the stops along y'all journey?
It's the gift and the curse, Jalil. And I don't know if you experienced this, but like, when you want to be so great, it's difficult sometimes for you to really sit and smell the roses and really be like, dang, I really did achieve something. I really did go from a garage to a warehouse, and now I got multiple different sets. And it's difficult for you to sit back and just sort of, you know what I'm saying? Like, but so to that point, like, in those moments, I remember it's a picture where it's me, Bran, and Bean, and we're all standing backstage about to go on, and we all got what we wrote on the back of our shirts for that episode was FFCS. And in that moment, we knew what we were doing was historic because it was so many people that followed us and supported us, and to see that come to fruition on that stage, we still feel like we didn't 100% complete it because Drank was supposed to be in that picture with us. You dig what I'm saying? Like, and we really don't feel like he got the best shot or the fairest shot in that space. So we can't really in totality be like, we did it. You dig what I'm saying? But we know that 75% of us getting on that stage and like being able to be on the same team. And honestly, thanks to Nick, because Nick knew that we had FFCS and that was not competition with Wild 'N Out on any level, but we're a comedy group. And for him to be able to be like, y'all can respect y'all's platform. I mean, y'all can shout out y'all's platform on my platform. I don't mind. I don't care. Do y'all eat? Like, that's just another testament to who Nick is. Yeah. Nick is always that dude that's trying to put people on. People always ask me, how's it working with Nick? Is he cool? Is he like? First of all, you rarely see Nick. But when you do see Nick, it's always a smile. He's always dapping you up, want, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's always trying to put people on episodes or positions to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I really don't have anything negative to say about Nick as a person. Now, do we joke? Is his rapping horrible? Absolutely. We're gonna talk about that as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody checks for Nick Cannon mixtapes. But is Nick Cannon a great dude? Absolutely, man. Like, and he's put so many of us in positions to win that anybody that would say anything negative about Nick is a doofus, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But again, to your point, yes, I have reflected on it, but again, it's one of those things where I want to do so many things that it's difficult to just sort of sometimes sit and be like, honestly, when you were reading the intro, I was just sitting there like, dang. You know what I'm saying? Like, but rarely do I ever sit back and do it myself because there's so many other things that I want to do, so many more things I want to add to that list.
Yeah, nah, that's real. I mean, I think it is, right? Because I think you work so hard to get there. Then you body it, then it's like, okay, what's next? It's always a what's next, what's next, right? And I try to find myself a lot of times really just sitting and reflecting. And, you know, my team, my business partners, my girl, a lot of people just be like, bro, just enjoy it, bro. Like 5 years ago, bro, I'm reminded all the time, hey, bro, you sleeping in your car 5 years ago, bro.
Right.
5 years ago, you didn't have this, bro.
Right.
Like, hey, all that's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? My business partner, Giles, just said to me yesterday, he said, bro, I can't wait to the day that we're on stage, or you going on stage in front of thousands of people talking about, and it's HBCU one-on-one, in front of a group of people putting on for HBCUs. And he was like, bro, that ain't just come to me, that was God. So I'm letting you know it's on the way.
Right.
And I think in those moments, it's very helpful to have people that can remind you that you got the skill, you're supposed to be here, and you're gonna go where you wanna go. Just enjoy the ride as best as you can.
Facts.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, on that ride, let's take a ride back down memory lane.
Okay.
You gave a great moment. I think that moment you just spoke about with you, Chico, and Darren is probably, I pray y'all have that picture.
Oh yeah, we got it.
Gotta have that
Yeah,
frame.
we got that.
Like
I got that in my favorites on my phone.
That's a big, you need to frame it. Put
Yeah.
that at the crib on.
Yeah, you
Because
probably
that's
right.
just, that's a memory that y'all will never feel, like that's a different kind of, whether y'all on stage again, on Wild 'N Out or anything, but that moment I know was a different kind of,
Yes, sir.
shit, about time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, what's one of the most funniest moments for you from Wild 'N Out? I know it's so many to choose
I was
from.
about to say, man, like, cause the funniest moments are never captured on the set. Like the funniest moments and the best memories I have are rehearsals 2 weeks before we even start filming, or hotel rooms. Man, me and Carlos sat in my hotel room one night, and he did this old character, this old man, and me and him I did an interview of the old man, and we were just talking for like maybe 45 minutes, and I'm talking about laughing forever, and I was recording it, but either something happened with my phone or something, and we do not have it and like that's one of those moments that we talk about to this day. Like Daht fumbled $1 million idea, man. We had this $1 million, and he always give me hell about that. But it's those type moments, man. Like when I can't remember shorty name. Is it Azalea Banks?
Okay.
That
Yeah,
DC
Azalea
Young
Banks,
Fly roasted, because certain artists you're told don't say certain things about and don't. But she came in hot trying to throw shade, and Fly just lit her up, and like some of the stuff that didn't even make it to filming, that didn't make it to that was one of the most visceral episodes I've ever seen in my life live. You did like so, but the best moments of Wild 'N Out for me, honestly, were just kicking it with the guys and the girls before we even started filming. Like, because I don't know if they do it that way now, but when we first got back on, like the first 2 weeks would be networking and workshops. Vibing, coming up with, you come up with something, oh, that's funny, write that down, remember that because when it's showtime, like we need a song, all right, we need a song. Remember we was in rehearsal and we did, oh, bring that back, let's add something to that. That's the type of stuff that happens, you dig? So like Khan, like that's one of my favorite people in the whole world. He's like one of the funniest, like just naturally funny people. Like Conceited is so funny, like him and like when him and Clips will get to going back and forth, like those types of moments, like it's just that energy, man. Like Tim De La Ghetto and Justina and just like Natasha Rothwell, she is on Insecure now, but she was on my very first season. You dig? Like, and just seeing those people and seeing what people go off to do. You know what I mean? Like Nate Jackson, we did a season, a couple episodes together, and now seeing Nate Jackson being one of the biggest names in the comedy world. Me and Matt Rife, I was Usher and Matt Rife was Justin Bieber in an episode, and now to see Matt Rife being one of the biggest comedy stars, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's awesome to see how many people really, really blow up from that Wild 'N Out brand.
Nah, and that's shout out to Nick, man.
Yes.
Because he put everybody on.
Everybody.
You know, I've had you now, Big Baby, E-Man. You know
Yes,
what I'm
man,
saying?
Emmanuel, oh my God.
Yeah.
And I was a fan of Emmanuel before I ever got on Wild 'N Out.
But I'm going to tell you that Shaky.
Oh my God.
Hey,
That man, he's just an animated, funny dude. Like him and all his brothers are funny.
Yes.
Like the whole Hudson family is hilarious. Like, and they are so freaking creative, dog. Like, I absolutely love what they do. Like,
Nah, listen. That I love that because it just showed that it was a real family.
Right.
And Nick created a culture that was about family.
Facts. Even when cats come back, like Kat comes back and does episodes, Kevin comes back, D-Ray is on episodes. You dig what I'm saying? Like when the original cast guys come back and show love, like I was on some of the biggest episodes because I'm on a Kevin Hart episode that continues to go viral, on a Bow Wow episode that goes viral. Like, you know, so like I didn't do a lot of episodes, but the quality of episodes I did,
that's what
like,
matters.
I still get them residual
because I
checks,
feel like
man.
I just seen that clip of the Bow Wow when he had to plead the fifth.
Yeah, sir.
And that,
yeah, that was lit. I just thank Tim. I just told on my Instagram, I had a story time about it. I got to thank Tim DeLaGhetto for that, man, because he and I had the same question. He was going to ask Bow Wow that on Plead the Fifth. And I was talking to Khan before the show. I was like, Khan, I got a question I'm going to ask Bow Wow, who get the best fellatio, Rev Run's daughter or Sierra? And he was like, you and Tim DeLaGhetto got the same question. And he walked off, and I was like, we got the same question. So I went to Tim, I was like, what you going to ask? He said the exact same thing. And I'm like, dang. He was like, dang, you was going to ask that? I was like, yes. He was like, let's paper, rock, scissors for it. Or I'm sorry, people get upset when I say paper, rock, scissors. Let's rock, paper, scissors for it. He's like, let's rock, paper, scissors for it. And I was like, all right, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I lost. I'm like, he was like, better pick another question. And he walks off. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And like, this was my very first episode that I'm ever filming on Wild 'N Out. So like my first episode, people always ask me, I know you was excited. I was like, no, man, I was sick. Because I was like, dang, I've been thinking about this question all night. And I get moments before it's time for me to ask it, and I can't ask it. And I think Tim could see I was just sick. And he just came over to me and was like, hey, bro, it's your first episode. It's your first season. You can have it. And I was like, I can ask Bow Wow that? He was like, yeah, you can have it. I was like, oh, my God, thank you, dog. Thank you so much. And it really pepped me up, dog. And I went out there, and the rest was like, that's literally top 5 Wild 'N Out moments, one of the most memorable moments since his return, dog. And I'll just be grateful.
Hey, man, but that just showed you was prepared, right? You wasn't trying to be dotted. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? You know
right,
what I'm saying?
right.
You actually was prepared.
That part.
And someone seen how prepared you were.
Right.
And was like, you know what, bro, I want
rewarded
you to
that.
shine, man.
That's love.
You came here, you was prepared, you was out there. And that's love.
No, that's real.
You know, and that's very unselfish.
Very, especially in that type of space, because everything is competition. Right? Like, you want to have the funniest joke. You want to have the biggest moments. You want to, like, that's what Wild 'N Out is about, having moments. You want to have moments. And for him to toss me a moment, like, Tim is, I love that dude forever.
Hey, man, I love it. Hey, yo, shout out to Tim.
Yeah, shout out to Tim DeLaGhetto, man. Big shout out to Tim.
Now, you mentioned you ain't never been anywhere there was a microphone. You wanted pots, because that was always been you.
100%.
All right, you know, from the Charlotte Swarm
Greensboro
to
Swarm.
the Greensboro Swarm and the Charlotte Hornets, and you know, but you had a role that has been the biggest that you feel, one of the bigger ones for you, the 6th man,
Yeah.
the arena host.
Yes, sir.
For the UNC basketball.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the host of the UNC Late Night. I mean, you grew up a huge, monumental fan. I mean, like, you moved from St. Louis to North Carolina. You picked on UNC, Shaw. You know, you still had the Rams. You know, you had teams, and then things happen. You let you know, Hornets go St. Louis Rams. I mean, went LA Rams. You know, you gave away some teams.
Yo,
But you kept.
who has this man been talking to?
Hey, listen, I've been making
Who
some
this
phone
man been
calls.
talking to?
But you kept UNC, you said this energy here
Yeah.
is too top tier.
Yeah.
And it was like a dream come true for you in hosting that. Now, I've never been to a D1 game. So I don't even know the energy, just as a regular person. Now you hosting one of the, and this ain't just any D1 team. It's Tar Heel Nation. And, you know, and they don't play about, hey, for someone like me that's never been, and that experienced the energy in the room, A, I would like you to paint what that energy is like. And then B, the dream for you that has come true. Because that's, you know, that's top 3 on your Mount Rushmore.
No doubt about it.
You know, you done already hit 102, which was 1.
Yeah.
Wildin' Out, which was 2.
Yeah.
That was 3 for you.
No doubt about it.
Like
doubt
that dream that you live,
Yeah.
talk about it, and then what's the energy like for someone that's never experienced it?
All right, so are you a fan of it? What team are you a fan of?
Honestly, I don't have a college team. I like college ball.
What about football?
Oh, you know, I'm a Bears fan.
Bears fan.
Chicago.
All right, so
Bulls,
imagine
Bears.
you have the opportunity to not only go to Soldier Field, but your responsibility for all 8 home games. Your responsibility is to get the fans of Soldier Field excited about the Bears. And they're going to pay you to do that. That's your job. We want to walk you in through, you're going to walk through, you get all the players, you get to go over here, you get to talk to all of them, like they're your friends. Because you're going to be saying their name and you're going to be talking, so that they, oh, what's up, Jaleel? Da, 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 da. They want you in the room. You're a part of the team. The head coach for the Chicago Bears comes out and says, oh, Jaleel Thurman? Oh, no, he's a part of us. He's a part of the organization. Like, we don't have the experience in Soldier Field if Jaleel Thurman is not there. That's what he says on record about you.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how many people fit in Soldier Field, but I know that 21,500 fit in the Dean Dome.
Okay.
So my responsibility for 16 home games was to make 21,500 Tar Heel fans excited about Carolina basketball. Now, if there's anything you know about Carolina basketball, they don't need anybody to get them excited about Carolina basketball on any level.
They don't.
We're excited just to be in the Dean Dome, just to be in Blue Heaven, looking at the banners, watching our Tar Heels, Hubert going crazy, Roy Williams, Dean, whoever's the coach. We're excited to just be there. My skill set was one of getting everybody on the same page. We have a lot of elderly fans that sit right around the court. And because what happened is in the 80s, they gave Carolina fans, if you paid X amount of dollars, you would have a lifetime seat in the Dean Dome. They were trying to build this big, beautiful building, and that was the agreement they made. So you have people who have lifetime seats in this spot. You got 70, 80, sometimes 90-year-old alum sitting in these spaces, right? Now, for home court advantage, they're not up screaming and raucous the whole time like you would see at a Duke when you see the Cameron Crazies and that type vibe, right? But my thought process was always, they have that passion. They're just 80, so they can't do it the whole game. But because I have a knowledge of basketball and a skill set of galvanizing people, I can get them energized in the times when they need to be energized.
I heard that.
And that's my skill set in that space.
Okay.
So you got 80-year-olds swag surfing at the games because I'm bringing that HBCU culture and swag to the games. We're all chanting and we're all like, it's just a vivacious energy that I provide in those spaces. And because I'm a fan and I would be at games and I would be at late night like, gosh, why isn't it somebody that just down there that just says Tar so everybody can say Heels? Like, why isn't that person... Like, I would be so angry when I was finally blessed with that position to be able to stand out there on the same floor as Stuart Scott, who was one of my freaking idols.
Yeah.
And just to know that he was the host of Late Night and just to know that he, kissed that floor and just to be able to feel those shoes, like, it's an incomparable feeling, bro. Yeah. It's an incomparable feeling, and it was the best 3 seasons of my life as a PA announcer in that space because it's walks of life that were cheering for B-Dot that normally would never have cheered for. I mean, you got 80-year-old, very affluent, wealthy white people kids like from 8 to 80,
Yeah.
and they all beat up because I would wear my mascot hat.
Yeah.
And these are things that I would do in the stands anyway as a fan.
Yeah.
And so to be able to be an extension of the fan base on the floor, they all felt like I was one of them.
Yeah.
So like they all were happy from, well, I mean, you know, you had your people to talk, but for the majority, 99.9% of the fan base was like, that's exactly how I would be acting if I had that position. Like, so when I'm 6 man, and it's all of us. I found at the Hills House a space for all the Tar Heel fans to just be able to talk. And that was when Clubhouse was jumping.
Okay.
So we would have before games, we would all meet up on Clubhouse and talk about the game and watch the game. And then afterwards, we would recap. And it would be former Tar Heels that would come through Clubhouse. And
that's dope.
yeah, it was just dope things like that I implemented. But like being, you know, as you are, like a content creator, we have a bunch of ideas. So we just get put in spaces. All we do is add value. And I just added value to an already amazing experience that's the Dean Dome anyway.
Now, I want to talk more about the Dean Dome. Duke versus UNC. I need to know. I know we talking HBCUs, but I need to know the energy in the building.
It's insane. And the sad part is I don't think I ever saw a win. I think they beat us. I think I did 2 games. I think they beat us both times there. I didn't see us win. But both times it was game day. So game day will be there in the morning. So it's just electric all day long. Like it's just fans out. Like it's just turned all day, just big energy. And when Duke come in, man, like it's like you can feel the hatred. You can feel the hate. Like you can just, there's nobody you want to beat more. Like you wish an alien would come and abduct all of them right now. And like, and like you just, people are just screaming and pointing and they're just making up curse words. Like it is just it's a strange space. Both spaces. I was able to go to Duke and watch the Carolina Duke game there. And it's even more raucous at Duke because Cameron is so small. Yeah. Like they only fit like maybe 4,000, something like that. So it's a super real intimate space. Oh, yeah. So like, oh man, like it's just, them crazies are just talking trash and doing their little thing. Like, man, but it's nothing like it.
It sounds like an Aggie Eagle.
100%.
Times 10. That's what it sounds like.
But to me, Aggie Eagle is better, man. Like, and again, when you're talking about HBCUs, like our culture is better because that Duke and Carolina stops at the players and the fans. After that, it's over. With HBCUs, the cheerleaders is battling.
Oh, yeah.
Your bands is in there battling.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Like, it's everybody is on everybody. You dig what I'm saying? Like, the cheerleaders don't like the like, you don't see Duke's cheerleaders coming over and talking trash to Carolina cheerleaders. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, so even to that space, like, at an HBCU joint, everybody beefing. Like, when it's FAMU and Jackson State, everybody beefing. It ain't just the teams and the fans are talking a little joint. No, the bands is punching, the mascots is talking trash. Everybody wants smoke. Like HBCU beef is way different and a lot more enjoyable in my opinion.
Now let's talk that HBCU. Let's go back. Now you said FAMU Jackson State.
Yeah.
Now you are a PA announcer for Rattler Nation down at FAMU.
Voice of Bragg, what's happening?
Come on now.
My Rattlers.
Okay.
We're striking.
Yeah. Let's talk about that FAMU league.
Yeah.
That culture is different.
Yeah.
I think I remember you telling me it was just a little different than what it's like in Winston and the HBCU space that you've been in. How has that culture been for you, and how have you been able to adapt to Rattler Nation?
It was funny, man, because coming in, it's like they knew that I wasn't SWAC, and they knew that I wasn't fam. And, you know, like I put out a video, because when they made the announcement, I was so excited. I was like, I can't wait to put on my green and orange. And they was like, whoa. First of all, it's orange and green. It's always said orange and green. OG, we the OGs, orange and green. My apologies. I have not made that fumble since. Orange and green, respect it. You did? I said, get me to the Bragg. You know, like Bragg Memorial, get me to the Bragg. And they said, we don't say the. Jackson State says the. They the Jackson State, the this, the. We're not the Bragg, it's just Bragg. And because I came in when they were making notes, because they were firing me up in the comments, and because I was responding to them in, my bad, I apologize, I will fix that. You know what I'm saying? I came in on the humble of, I understand that FAMU has a culture. Yep. The same as Winston-Salem State has a culture. Yep. The same as V-State has a culture. Yep. And I'm not coming in trying to impose my culture on you alls on any level. I'm here to learn you all's culture and elevate that. That's what I want to do. So please teach me everything. Teach me the ways. Teach me, get my strike right. 3 strikes, strike, and strike again. Teach me why y'all the highest of 7 hills. Teach me what 7 hills means. Explain to me why it's orange and green. Explain to me brag. What do we do for homecoming? What are the traditions? And because I came to them in that space, they knew that I had a respect for their brand. They knew that I had a respect for their legacies and traditions. And it was, all right, he cool. And then once I got in the press box and they saw, oh, dude, talented. You know what I'm saying? Like, mine are a few miscues. Like, I think I was saying, touchdown, Rattlers. And they were like, nah, it ain't Rattlers. It's Rattlers. No ER at the end. It's Rattlers. And I'm like, dang, y'all punish enunciation over here? I can't even enunciate. Dang. but small things like that, like, you know, like I think one time I was saying, and that's a first down or penalty against the good guys. You know what I'm saying? We're not the good guys. We're the Rattlers. You know, stuff like that. But understanding that they have a tradition, but also understanding that I have a skill set that's very entertaining, and merging those two together, they've been very receptive, man. They really, really have, from the ADs and presidential spaces to the students, to the players, to Coach Cozy, and like I've really been welcomed with open arms over there, and I'm looking forward to this season for sure.
I was just about to ask you, man, what you most excited about coming up this season? Like any game that you're looking forward to that's on there?
FAMU and Central.
Oh.
In Bragg, the week after Winston-Salem State's homecoming. So I think that's actually it's y'all's homecoming, the 25th. Bro, that game gonna be so, because I think it's A&T's homecoming too.
Well, no. Central's is the 25th because we got the same homecoming. So
Central's homecoming is the 25th?
Yeah, so it might be the 31st.
Okay.
Or that, I don't know.
It's somewhere.
But one of them games.
One of them games.
Yeah.
Whenever FAMU plays Central, because Central is big dog right now.
Yeah.
Like they are running HBCU football, and FAMU, we got something to say about that. You know
Come on now.
Coach Cozy gonna have them boys right.
Come on
get down
now.
there when they get down there to brag. And
Yeah.
We're gonna see what's up. And what's funny about that, get me to the brag comment. Again, they was fussing at me. We not the brag. It's just brag. But the athletics department messed around the last game of the season and had shirts printed up that says, "Get me to the brag." And I was like, yo, like, I didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so somebody likes it. You dig what I'm saying? So it's just awesome. Awesome being able to put my thumbprint on what I'm doing, but still be respectful of the spaces that I'm in, man. So I'm, you know, from the orange chairs, you know what I'm saying, to the helmet in the back. We ready to get down to Tallahassee and do some things.
Come on, Tallahassee.
Yeah, we ready to get to Tallahassee and do some things.
Now let's switch gears real quick. Let's talk fatherhood.
Okay.
And parenting. Your oldest right now
Yeah.
is a freshman at Livingstone College. I
Yeah.
mean, Big Stone.
Yeah.
All right. Walk us through that feeling for you because you and your wife met at Winston.
No,
Y'all didn't meet at
we
Winston.
met at the club.
Okay, y'all met at
But
the
I
club.
was at Winston. She was at A&T.
Heard you.
Yeah.
Y'all had a little one though. Back in the day.
Yeah. Zay.
And now he is
Started college. That is crazy. That is absolutely insane.
HBCU love, birth to HBCU. Like that feeling as a father, I know is one thing, but then like your love for HBCUs, I'm sure it's a combination feeling. Like walk us through just those emotions.
He never ever even wanted to go to a PWI.
Okay.
Like, I mean, that's just never been nowhere. And growing up, again, I grew up in Greensboro, up the street from North Carolina A&T, and still didn't realize that was an HBCU. Didn't realize it was the biggest public. I didn't know any of those things. My goal was to go to Carolina or NC State or somewhere in that space because that's what they're taught. That's what they teach us down here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in Atlanta right now, but that's what they teach us in North Carolina. It's like, yo, like, these are the ACC schools, Clemson, and nobody teaches you about HBCU. So being able to instill that in him in a space where, like, again, I was the PA announcer when he was born, so he would be at football games, basketball games, in his stroller, in his car seat, just sitting right here while I'm calling games. And as he grew up in that environment. So HBCU is all he's ever known. Yeah. So I'm not surprised, but I am very, very excited and happy that he did make that decision. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just, as a dad, like, him being confident enough to forge his own path, because I am all things Winston-Salem State. And for him to go to Livingstone and want to create his own identity and not be in my shadow, It's that right there. I take a lot of pride in that because that was intentional. You know, and life is about intentionality.
Yeah.
And, you know, like raising him, I never allowed people to call him Lil Daht or none of that. Like he's always been Zay. He's always Isaiah, and he's always been comfortable being his own young man. And I just look forward to seeing, you know, how these next couple of years progress.
Yeah,
Sure.
he gonna grow up on you.
He is, man. And like he already grown, man. Like
yeah.
I'm proud of him.
But them college grown years is different.
Yes.
You know?
And like he got a car. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like he a freshman on campus. He got a nice little whip. You know what I'm saying? Like his mom put wallpaper on the walls in his dorm room. Like I said, man, I need to wrap you up in saran wrap. You better not come home. Listen, don't you get nobody pregnant up here, boy. That was the last question I asked him when I dropped him off today. I said, do you have condoms? Nah, I'm not
that's
playing.
a serious
But
conversation,
listen,
man.
We have those conversations.
You got to.
I'm that type of father, dog, with my son and my daughter. Like because I know that they're having those conversations with somebody, and I want them always comfortable enough to have those conversations with me and mom. Like we've had conversations that are very cringe, conversations that I wish I could turn my ears off, but I'm so thankful that they are comfortable enough to have those conversations with us, and you know, so.
And I commend you for that.
Yeah,
because some parents don't have them.
A lot of parents don't. Like I have friends
majority
that
of parents
don't. Majority don't.
Yeah.
And I hate that because when we were growing up, we knew what was going on. Like folks try to talk over our head and think that we were just kids, the little butterflies. No, we knew what was going on. And so like I think you do your children a disservice when you don't prepare them effectively. Like I let my kids know how much money's coming in and out of the house, how much bills are. Like they need to know those things so they can grow an appreciation for it. This card I got is not endless. Like I had to work to put the money on this card. You dig what I'm saying? Like I'm just different. My wife and I were just very different sometimes. We find out when it comes to those types of conversations.
And I appreciate it though. Yeah. It's a transparent conversation to have because the world is real.
Yes.
And if you put them in a bubble and not teach them that the world is real, it's hard for them to when it's time to navigate to know how real the world is. Right.
Agreed.
Now, first and foremost, shout out to the Stone. My best friend Darius Welch. Ed Welch got a ring out there. I got to get love to the Stone. You know, I got love for Salisbury, North Carolina. I got love.
Coach Stinson and them boys, man. Big shouts to President Robinson over there. Getting that
manyan. He getting that manyan right now.
Manyan. My broke Trails over there. My bars over there. They making sure my son is taken care of over there at the Stone. So we're excited, man. I'm blue-beared out. I can't wait.
Come on, Blue Bear Nation, Blue Bear.
Yeah.
So look, you just said you Winston-Salem everything.
I am.
Recently, my brother, you become Mr. WSSU Alumni 2025. Now, back in high school, you was voted most school spirited.
Yeah.
So there's no different today. But as an alum, why was it important to you to be crowned Mr. Winston-Salem State University Alumni?
Because there's a divide amongst the alumni base with your older alumni, your younger alumni, and then there's a huge disconnect between the alumni and current graduating students and the student body. And going through this process of campaigning, I really educated myself on a couple of fronts. Just honestly, group economics. My campaign was a $1 in a Dream campaign. I asked everybody, I was like, I got 106,000 followers on Instagram. If everybody gave me $1, that's $106,000 towards scholarships. And I didn't reach $106,000, but with that campaign, I raised over $15,000.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying? Like, and it really taught me the power of those group economics and collaborative efforts. And that's really what I want to preach more moving forward in those spaces. Like, I've seen episodes you've had where you talk about refund checks and how important they were, how necessary they were. But not one time did you ever think to take your refund check and put it with my refund check and put it with his refund check, and now we have $15,000 and we can go get some property that now 20 years later is an Airbnb that we rent now and now it's paying for itself. Nobody came back to teach us things like that. And I feel like I have a responsibility to do that. And I just want to bridge that gap from alumni to current students. So I know when I graduated, I didn't know where my national alumni chapter was. I didn't know where the alumni chapter where I lived at was. I didn't know any of those things. And I have a skill set where I can sort of educate and entertain and sort of interform in those spaces. And I'm just optimistic that I can sort of bridge that gap, connect those dots a little bit more. I want to put together some bus trips to away games and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like when we come to V-State, I want it to be 2-3 buses of alumni pull up. You know what I'm saying? Like come up there and I never been to V-State. I never been to a V-State.
So when you gonna come?
Game. I need to pull up.
You need to pull up.
I need to pull up.
You need to pull up, man.
I'm definitely interested. I'm gonna check my schedule for sure. I know your schedule is busy.
Let me
but
know.
Whenever it's an open date and y'all got a home game, I'm trying to pull up for real.
You let me know.
Yeah, I mean,
you let me know if you. Hey,
and you got to come to Winston.
I do.
Now that you don't hate us anymore.
I don't.
Like bro got on the colors and everything.
Hey
Respect
man, listen.
to that.
You
now,
know,
that's a Trojan and Rams
it took me a while to get here.
Yeah,
it took
I'm
me a
glad
while
you're
to
there.
get here.
Because V-State, and I don't know how much you done told them on this show. But V-State
I ain't really
WSSU,
told them. Yeah.
We got like some little awkward blood.
Yeah.
That was very disrespectful to us about 15 years ago.
Hey, nah. We ain't gonna go down that road. We ain't gonna go down that road.
No, man, but that series of events catapulted what you did.
Yes. If
You
it
dig
was
what I'm
not
saying?
for that was one of the events that I was like, wait a minute, y'all ain't gonna just be talking about
Yeah.
this crazy. And for those that want to know, that may not know, V-State, Winston-Salem, we played in the football championship game back in 2013.
Yes,
I want to say 2014.
And it sucks because those were two good
2014
teams,
was a
man.
great. The game was gonna go crazy.
It was.
All I'm gonna say is a brawl happened in the bathroom.
Yes, man.
It got nasty. All right, and then Stephen A. Smith blasted us on ESPN. Everybody, we forfeited the game. Winston, just won, just off of we forfeited because we ain't had no choice, right?
Yeah.
But that moment was that where I wanted to create positive success stories about those that come from HBCUs. Right. And I ain't gonna say the next year we ran it back, seen y'all again and won, but we ain't gonna go into that.
Yeah, that wasn't necessary.
Yeah, that's all good. That's all
That
good.
wasn't necessary.
Now, what we like to do questions from the yard.
Okay.
Where we get someone to give us a question for you. All right. So Maya from Clark, Atlanta says, "What's been the most impactful interview you have had in your career?"
The most impactful interview that I've had in my career. Interesting. They all tend to run together sometimes.
Okay.
But I think one of the most impactful was probably we got a chance to interview Barack Obama.
Okay.
Just being who he was. My mom was a huge Barack Obama fan, of course.
Okay.
And she freaking went crazy when she found out we were doing that interview. So that was impactful just because we were able to talk
crazy.
to our audience
Southside.
about, the first black president.
Come on now.
You dig what I'm saying? Barack Obama. Barely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's still the coolest. So,
The coolest.
yeah. That was, and again, I'm real big on representation matters. You
Yeah.
dig? So, like, being able to see a man of that stature be able to be a leader of the free world, like, that was huge, dog.
And it's crazy because you talk about it from that perspective, but for me, I was in high school when Barack was elected in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? I vividly remember this when airbrush shirts was a thing.
Yeah.
My cousin got an airbrush shirt on that said, "My president is black."
What's up? Bumping Jeezy.
Where we was
What's
bumping
up?
Jeezy.
Yeah.
President is black.
Yeah.
A Lambo is blue.
Yes,
like,
sir. Yes,
but the
sir.
energy, like to know, like, man, like we just produced, and I was able to witness that.
Yes.
And he ran it back when I was in college, we stormed, we pushed people to the polls to vote
Yes.
and stuff like that. But to have been in Chicago,
Yes, I bet.
Grant Park went
bet.
crazy.
I can only imagine.
Barack, like it's a black man from the South Side
Of Chicago.
Chicago.
Dude.
My mom's building that she lives in, that she has a condo in, is in Hyde Park. So when I go home, I can go running and walk. I pass the crib, and whenever Barack is in town,
Really?
Yeah, because you start seeing Secret Service or police officers on every stop sign
Right.
around the perimeter, like
Right.
from 47th to 53rd. Like you see him. You be like, Secret? Oh, Barack. Huh?
Yeah. Oh, Barry back.
Yeah, and and it's always someone in front. Like it's always Secret Service in front of his house, all day, every day. But yeah, man, that's a different kind of.
I can only imagine. And something that put it in perspective for me, man, it was one time where it was one point in my daughter's life when she was able to understand things because she was born in 2009.
Okay.
But Barack Obama was the only president she had ever known. So when Donald Trump, when he couldn't run, or I can't remember exactly that right now, I'm having a brain fart, but however it played out, and I was like, he's not gonna be the president anymore. She was so confused by how that even works. Like that was the only, her whole life, a black man was running the world. And I remember sitting and just being like, how beautiful is that?
First 8 years of your life.
How beautiful is that?
That's crazy.
that there is a time in your life where, like, for the first 8 years, you've only known America ran by a black man.
Hey, yeah,
That was a perspective.
That's definitely a wild perspective.
Yeah.
Now, be that last question before
Okay.
we let you go.
Okay.
HBCU made. What makes you HBCU made?
Again, Winston-Salem State University saved my life. I had no clue what I was going to do when I got to Winston-Salem State University. Like I told you an hour ago, I was there to freeload and to see how many of them 36 I could pick off. That was my goal. And to be able to transition to a husband, a father, an entertainer, a radio personality, a podcaster, comedian, to be able to have so many different platforms and to be able to put so many other people in position to be successful, all because Winston-Salem State University gave me a chance. That's what makes me HBCU made. That's what makes me Winston-Salem State made. You know what I mean? Like the fact that I'm not only at Winston-Salem State, but I'm at FAMU. The fact that my son is at Livingstone. The fact that my wife is an Aggie. You know, like my dad is an Aggie. My mom worked at A&T and Winston-Salem State. Man. You know, like so.
Through and through.
It's just I'm HBCU made, and it's my mission, it is my job, it is my goal to make sure that I do everything that I can to promote a positive version of a thought process when people think about HBCUs, whether it's children, whether it's adults, whether it's white, black, it doesn't matter. Like, and I just want to be a representation first and foremost for my alma mater as Mr. Alumni for the next year or so, but I just always want to be a beacon for HBCUs and the plight that we go through, whether it's us being underfunded, whether it's being micromanaged, whether it's us not getting the respect we deserve, being in the same city as PWIs. Like Winston-Salem State doesn't get the same funding that Wake Forest gets. Yeah. You know, FAMU doesn't get the same that Florida State gets, and it's only a railroad track that separates them. You know, so like just continuing to try to fight for the advocacy of HBCUs and black people as a whole, like those type things are what make me HBCU made.
Nah, hey, listen, I love that through and through. And, and one thing from little bro to big bro, I just want to let you know I'm proud of you.
Same, bro.
Hey, I'm proud of you, man. Everything you've been able to accomplish, man. Everything, and I know it's only more to come.
Same.
And for the people that just their first time meeting B. Daht, hearing B. Daht, seeing B. Daht, how can they keep up with you to know what's going on next?
Well, first, I just want to just tell you too that I am proud of you. Like I'm thankful and grateful that you extended the invitation for me to come down here, man. But from where you came from with this and trying to figure it out and being in Virginia and moving to Atlanta and just all of that, you dig what I'm saying? And to be here, I don't know, is it season 11? I said that earlier, but we don't even know how many seasons.
Yeah.
11?
Yeah.
Like that's commendable, dog. Like and to stay with it, dog. Like and to be in a spot where you wasn't getting paid, interning to now, you know, and hopefully you can get bigger bags. You dig what I'm saying? Like, because I know this journey is not easy. You dig? Like, but to your question, I'm B. Daht. You can find me on all social media platforms, B.TV. The dot is D-A-H-T. It's pronounced D-O-T, but it's D-A-H-T. It's phonetically accurate. The A-H is the ah sound, so it's B-Daht. You did. Please make sure you subscribe to my podcast. I didn't know. Maybe you didn't either. That's the letter super speaking I-D-K-M-Y-D-E. If you search that in any platform, you can find that I-D-K-M-Y-D-E. And we just building with that, Black History facts and other random things that I didn't know. Maybe you didn't either. And lastly, Connect the Dots. That's my family brand, man. My family, my wife, my daughter, my son. And we're just going to continue to keep moving and keep elevating, man. Big shout out to my Rattlers. Big shout out to my Ramley. And let's have some fun this fall.
You heard them. Yeah. Look, and that's it for today's episode of HBCU 101, where we celebrate the people, the stories, the traditions that make historically black colleges and universities a force in education, legacy, and culture. I am your host, Jalil Thurman. Peace.